What's the difference between a social media influencer and a politician? The politician needed to be voted in to be useless. Well, unless you're fishy rishy, that is. It's Friday. Like, oh my god. That's right, welcome back to the bitter truth. Let's just hope influencers haven't ruined it for you yet. Now, speaking of influ losers, one of them is in tears after strangers refuse her offer to pay for their food shop. Yes, she just wanted to brighten people's day, yet several people rejected her offer, leaving her crying like the moron she is. She was hoping people would be overjoyed, grateful and happy, but that wasn't the case. After visiting a London Sainsbury's with the plan of surprising a lucky customer, her plans went down the shitter when people got angry at her offer. You want to know why, stupid? You want to know the reason why people rejected your goodwill offer? Or are you that thick and narcissistic you can't see past your own reflection? People don't want weirdos coming up to them on camera, exposing them for potentially being poor for the rest of the world to see. People don't want to be part of your fake kindness to garner more clicks, likes and attention. Take your ego, shove it up your bonus hole and leave normal people alone. You always know how an influencer is always being kind and helpful because it's plastered all over the internet. I cannot stand these fake do-gooders. And before anyone says, what about you, Justin? Well, I'm not an influencer. Not at all. I just talk shite and hope you hit that like button. Oh wait. Awkward.
Gotcha, bitch!
Now, speaking of people who we'd like to see a lot less of, Suella Braverman warns that the West faces a threat from uncontrolled immigration and says that the UK is facing the consequences of people failing to integrate. Whoa. No shit, Suella. What have we been trying to tell you? Another politician who should hang toilet rolls off their ears to wipe up all the shit that comes from their mouth. The whole system is unsustainable. We can't continue to keep paying for people that come here illegally, taking up all of the hotels so we can't even bring in tourists, commit crimes, don't assimilate, don't attempt to learn our language, and don't give a flying fuck about our way of life. And before you call me far right, a racialist, go to your nearest Dover Discover hotel or come on down to the southeast, stand on the shores of Dover and count how many women and children you can see. Don't worry, I'll wait. Moving on, the protester behind the Bristol statue tipping admits taking £30,000 from BLM donors. Another one. Oh yes, more BLM organisers committing fraud. If you didn't know what BLM stands for, it's buying large mansions, as we've seen many times before. Or maybe in this instance, we'll change it to bullshitting lots of money. Yes, Exhara Zara Salim, previously known as Yvonne, pled guilty to fraud after setting up a GoFundMe page called Brist BLM in order to fund face nappies and other equipments for the destructive march. She was supposed to give any excess funds to charity, but instead looks like she spent the lot on, well, who fucking knows. She even had the nerve to set up another crowdfunding effort following the tipping of the Edward Colston statue called Bristol Protester Legal Fees. These people have no shame. Let's wait until Halloween to see if she gets a frightful sentence on October 31st.
What a fucking bitch, am I right?
Now, speaking of scary things, we are fed up with how frightening it is to even breathe these days, because you never know when the councils or the government will impose fines on us for breaching our daily quota of air. Well, now they're back again and they're coming for your kids. A woke council has been branded absurd for banning leather footballs on playgrounds. Yes, a Merseyside school was slapped with a community protection notice from the council, effectively making it a criminal offence to simply kick a ball on your lunch break. Can we please put someone in charge with a brain cell that can crack down on these cowboy laws that target such trivial acts of terror? We are no longer living in a democracy. It's more like a democracy. Fucking pencil neck, pen pushing, paperclip counting, jobs worth losers.
Fuck 'em.
A referee was chased off the pitch by an irate parent who lost the plot because he booked a potty mouth player. Yes, well, no wonder your son acts like that. Look at you. What a great example you're setting to all the other kids watching you throw your dummy out of the pram because you have zero self-control. The kid called the official a fat c***, and was subsequently shown the red card, and rightly so. Well done to the other parents that could be heard shouting and laughing off camera. Rather than trying to actually stop the potential act of violence in front of your kids, ban the fucking lot of them.
You're all fucking morons!
Now, speaking of banning things, bar staff are now no longer able to say a well-known phrase to drinkers in case they get too drunk. Yes, our bartenders and our bartendresses are no longer able to ask, "Same again," and "Is that a double?" Because again, our country, ruled by the nanny state, doesn't allow freedom of adults to do what they want. Let's just close everything down. Don't bother going out. Let's all just sit at home, facing the wall, saying nothing, doing nothing until our 10 p.m. bedtime. Then, get up, go to work. We need you to pay your taxes for our government to piss up the wall. Come on, those Dover Discoverers aren't going to pay for themselves now, are they?
Thanks, but no thanks.
Now, speaking of homes, good luck in affording the deposit on one of them, let alone the monthly mortgage payments, which seem to be going up quicker than the cost of a Dover Discoverer. Anyway, this one takes the piss when it comes to be affordable. Here is a tiny home inside a luxurious shipping container on sale for £75,000. This is not a tiny home. This is a metal box which should be used for transporting the stuff that I buy for my home and not be a home itself. Have we completely lost the plot? Have also the estate agents, when they describe it as a testament to luxury living. I'd hate to see what they call normal, maybe a migrant camp in Calais. Hold on, I just need to order my Domino's to my metal box. 1 second. No, not the dustbin. Just past that on the left at the end of the car park. Fuck off.
Unfucking believable.
Now, speaking of takeaways, a woman has been sentenced for fraudulently ordering 211 of them. Hopefully not all in one weekend. Yes, a woman in Norfolk appeared in the courts to plead guilty to 14 counts of fraud through false representation. Only a small fraction of her crimes, with another 197 counts taken into consideration. Basically, she had a friend visit her, and he used his card to pay for dinner, which she then saved and thought she could help herself whenever she wanted to, spending almost £6,000 of his money. You want to know what she got for a bottomless feast of theft? 20 days of rehabilitative activity, a 12-month mental health program in order to pay back the stolen funds. Jail time. That's what she needed. Jail time. If she wanted 3 meals, she could have got 3 of them a day for 24 months. That's what I would have given her. And she needs to pay for her own hotel bill while staying at H&P Salad Dodger.
Oh, what a loser!
In other crimes, we have a Blade Runner who is hailed a hero after pretending to break down in front of an enforcement van to block the camera's view of the road. Oh, you naughty boy. What an inconvenience for sad act. Guess he's losing some money today. Yes, this man parked his car behind an enforcement van and opened the boot as if he was in the need of assistance, even putting a little warning triangle on the floor. I like it. The sad little enforcement goon said, Look, you can't put this in front of the camera. Where the activist replied, I just broke down. I need to call the RAC. The little babies even tried to close the man's boot, but weren't successful. Oh, poor you. No commission today, lads. Haha.
This man is a genius.
And to cap it off, speaking of people that got stuck, a man's boss from hell docked his wages after he got stuck in a lift. Yes, don't get into an accident, don't fall into a pothole, don't get stuck in a lift, and don't be late for work. Unless you're from Gen Z and you can cry that you've got time blindness. This man received a pay cut and a chewing out after getting stuck in a lift for 3 hours, making him late to his job. I suppose being away from this boss for a few extra hours does have its ups and downs. So right, lift jokes are wrong on so many levels. Right, so what have we learned today? Influencers are a stain on society. BLM are back, bullshitting lots of money. Don't expect your bartender to ask you if you want the usual. Don't order 211 takeaways off somebody else's card. And don't get stuck in a lift. Signing out.